What's good guys, Zenos here, and today in this video of Heir of Light, I'm here to present you guys the guide on which servant to select from the 5-star summon select stone provided to you guys thanks to the Tower of God collab. Yes, you heard me right, the item that is waiting in your mailbox, and you might be pretty much confused still right now that which servant to pick because it can be a little bit confusing right over here guys, because all the servant really looks very amazing, but which particular servant to pick exactly from these all units right over here? Well, let's discuss all kind of details in this video today, okay? And which servant would be the best pick in my opinion, and I will try to explain the reason why as well, okay? So first of all guys, this game is pretty much really good at copy pasting the skills, okay? So if these servants are having the same name, pretty much they are going to have the same type of skills. And the thing is that this fire bam, water bam, and the forest bam is gonna have same skills. The only difference, element. One is a fire element, one is a water element, and one is a forest element. Same goes with the Yuri as well. Fire element, water element, forest element. Skill sets pretty much the same. White, same thing guys, fire white, blue white, and the green white, same skill. Okay, for example, let's look into this fire bam right over here guys, okay? First skill is going to deal that damage that ignores the defense and 125% damage, right? And second skill right over there deals 140% damage that is going to ignore the defense as well, which is pretty much a little bit unique to Bam, alright? And the next thing is that with his ultimate skill is going to deal that 2772% damage that ignores the enemy's defense. That's real good, right? And looking into his passive skill, increases the resist by 150% due to the high Shinsu resistance, removes one buff from an enemy upon the combo skill use, and increases the damage dealt damage by 30% upon attacking the non-water enemy. And looking into his team passive, attack of all element allies increases by 45% at PvP. How about for the forest bam right over here? Okay, let's look into his skills sets right over here as well. Look into his first skill, it's pretty much the same thing, 125% damage that ignores the defense of the enemy. Second skill, 140% damage that ignores the defense of the enemy. His combo skill is going to deal 2772% damage that ignores the defense of the enemy. Pretty much the same, right? Copy paste. What more do you expect, okay? And the next thing is going to be the passive skill right over here. Increase the resist by 150%, same thing, due to the high Shinsu resistance, blah blah blah. Removes one buff from an enemy upon the combo skill use. Pretty much same thing. Increases the damage by 30% upon attacking a non-fire enemy, okay? So that is pretty much it, guys. It's just a little bit of like elemental changes right over there. That's all that you gotta see right over there, guys, okay? And next thing is gonna be the team passive. Attack of all element allies increases by 45% at PvP. Bullshit. Same thing. Okay, so it really doesn't matter like which element you are gonna go with. Usually most of the time I would really love to favor the water elements because they seem to have a little bit more like better servants out there, which actually is kind of catered towards dealing more damage. But it's really up to you what you really want to go after, okay? But right now, what is your main focus? If your main focus is the main contents and especially the PvP contents, putting those endgame contents in your mind, definitely the BAM. Yes, you heard me right. Bam is the best choice in this game, okay? Why? I mean, like, to select from this 5-star select summon. Why? Because he ignores the defense of the opponent, and for those kind of servants who actually ignores the defense of the opponents are very easy to build. You really don't need to spend massive amount of resources into this kind of units in order to max them out real fast, okay? Because like for other units that actually has to negate through the, or let's say they have to go through the defense reduction and many other things right out there, which actually just deal, like the plain damage right over there. Like let's say for example this girl right over here deals 7700% damage, but her damage will have to bypass, I mean like it has to go through the defense, and definitely the damage is going to be reduced, right? In that case guys, well, this kind of hero units really take a lot of resources to become very effective, okay? And it can be really hard, especially for the beginners, to actually capitalize on these units as soon as possible. So it might actually be a very long run, okay? And well, as the collab servants are really available right now, I would say BAM is gonna be the best one, okay? That's one reason out there, guys, because defense ignoring DPS type of servants are the best one right over there, because you can just build them up real fast and they can actually deal some really good damage, and they are one of the best meta right out there in the PvP contents, because like you can just one-shot any opponent right out there, including the tanks. Yeah, even the tanks are not going to last a lot against you if you are using the defense ignoring DPS units like BAM right over here. So they are like one-shotters. because for other units, like let's say for like Yuri, she's going to take a lot more turns in order to take care of the opponents right out there, guys. She might not actually be able to one-shot the opponent, and well, the PvP battle might keep on extending, and well, thanks to the healers and many other things out there, they might actually recover their health, and they might actually come back to their original glory without any problem at all, okay? And that can be a really big headache indeed, and the battle may actually, you know, like stretch to a very long battle, okay? And you may not really love that one because it might actually start to become very, very boring right over there. Next thing is that a white right over here is also like similar type of unit who actually deals damage on the single target, and thing is that like he is actually going to deal more damage, but his damage is pretty much single target, okay? And he seems to be a really good candidate right over there, but well, guys, these kind of units are not really good for PvP contents. Honestly, that's the reality, guys, okay? This kind of units are pretty much very specific to the content right out there. Like for example, let's say the boss raids. Yes, in those kind of contents, these units can actually excel a lot, but in most of the major contents, man, they actually might find themselves being a little bit helpless, useless, something like that, okay? So definitely not a really good pick, especially if you are trying to look forward for the PvP battles, which definitely is the endgame content, right? So that's that, guys. All right, so definitely the first selection, or let's say the first choice, in my opinion, is going to be the BAM. First thing, he can ignore the defense of the opponents, and the second reason is that he can actually make a really good relation effect with one of the best unit out there in the game right now. That's going to be Teresia. Yes, the Fire Teresia is the best healer out there in the game. She actually provides so good effects in the battlefield. She just makes it much easier to dominate the opponents in the PvP battles, okay? So try to keep that PvP battle in your mind if you really want to focus for the endgame contents, and try to challenge the other players out there from the other platforms, and try to just defeat them so that you can get a lot of honor points and plus many other seasonal rewards or weekly rewards, okay? And that can actually give you a lot of boost in your account right off the bat, especially even as a beginner. This can be really, really helpful right over there, guys, because like you gotta go into the higher tier to get the higher tier type of rewards, right? So that's that, guys. And definitely they are actually going to be really good at even clearing out the contents right out there, because like if they actually manage to land the shot on the opponents, you can just go bypass through that defense and just make a quick work of the opponents right over there as well. They are very little, they can really do some amazing damage, and BAM is one of them, okay? And he can actually boost his own attack in the PvP battle as well. That means he is really, really designed for the PvP battles, guys. In PvP battles, he's the one. So do keep that in mind, guys. And definitely the team of the BAM and the Teresia is going to be like one of the lethal out there, okay? So that is the reason why I say BAM is the best choice. And you might actually be stumbling upon like other these 5-star select summon stones, and you might be asking, okay, I got BAM, so which would be the next servant that I might actually want to focus on? That would be definitely Yuri. And you might be asking like, why Yuri? Okay, Yuri has a little bit more I mean, like she also has a really good stand even in the PvP battles as well, because she has an AoE attack in her combo skill. Look at that, attack all enemies in a straight line, just like Fire Ignis, okay? Deals 7,700% damage. Upon skill use damage based on the attack. Right over there, guys, she is actually pulling off an AoE attack right over there, and that can actually be helpful in order to take care of the squishy healers, or let's say squishy support units or DPS units who are hiding behind the safe shield of the tank unit, right? In that case, she can actually take care of those squishy units who are, you know, like even at the far end of corner, okay? She's just going to do that, and that actually makes her really lethal even in the PvP contents out there, guys. And her first skill and second skill is really going to cater towards her more damage output right over there against the opponents. So those are the things that makes Yuri really, really awesome as well. And even her passive skill is pretty good as well, not really that bad, okay? And well, Yuri is going to be also like one of the really good candidate out for their PvE battles as well as the PvP battles. But well, BAM is much better because right now the meta actually belongs to the defense ignoring servants. And finally, it's going to be the white. White is really, really limited. That's what I actually told you guys a little bit ago, because he's a single target. He's not even an AoE target. You know, like a damage dealing servant unit, or let's say he is not also capable of ignoring the defense of the opponents, so that makes him not really that viable for the PvP contents. And even in the most of the PvE contents, he might actually not able to see him being very, very useful, okay? It's very constricted or restricted to very specific contents where you would really want to use him, okay? So that's the thing right over there with the white as well. So I really don't want to prefer the white in this scenario at this moment, okay? So that's all there is to it, guys. Regarding the elements, you can actually pick any one of of them, especially if you have actually managed to pull like multiple BAM through the 3 to 5 star summon stones, 5-star transcendent summon stone, because like you have been actually managed to get so many stones right over there, guys, right? Like let's say for example like this one right over here. I mean like thanks to the 5.0 update, we have actually managed to receive so many transcendent stones right away. So with the help of those, we might actually be laying our hands on a lot of BAMs right over there. So depending upon like which BAM you have, is it going to be fire BAM that you have, or is it going to be like a forest BAM you have, or water BAM you have? Just focus on that one, because transcendence is a very important factor in this game, okay? Because without transcendence, your heroes will actually lack a huge chunk of stats penalty. That's the thing right over there, guys, and that can be really problematic. So you would really want to focus on the same unit and try to give him a lot of stat boost over and over again, and that is possible through the transcendence. And with that thing in mind, definitely try to focus on that BAM that you have the most and try to pick that BAM. Is it going to be the fire BAM, water BAM, or the forest BAM? It's really up to you guys, okay? So that's that, guys. First selection, any element BAM, preferably the one that you have the most. Second, that's going to be Yuri, preferably the one that you have the most as well, the elemental side. And the next, finally, it's going to be the Yuri. I mean like I really don't think you really have to focus on the Yuri at all at any point, okay? I mean like I really don't think that he's actually going to provide you guys that much of like really good advantage against the opponents out there. So that is it for today, guys. What do you guys think about this video today? If you guys have different opinions, insights, let me know in the comment section below. I would really love to hear that one out, and see you guys in the next video.